Hey everyone! So today I did this makeup look using 100% drugstore products, and yeah, I'm really excited about how it turned out. Like, I am so impressed with this. None of these are new products to me. I have used them before. Some of them I only used once, some of them I've used a couple of times, but I thought I would bring out some of my favorite drugstore products along with some of the drugstore products that I haven't used. So yeah, if you guys want to see how I did this look, then watch the video. And yeah, I must say, like, I am super impressed with how this turned out. I think it's very fall appropriate, and the smoky eye is just stunning. So yeah, if you guys want to see this, keep on watching. Alright, so I don't have a drugstore primer here, so I'm just going to start off with this Pixi Glow Mist as a primer. I've never used this as a primer, but it says it can be used before makeup, so we'll try it out and see what happens. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to prep my eyes using, this is the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Multi-Use Concealer. It kind of looks like the Maybelline Dark Erase Circle. It's got like that foam kind of pad on it. I'm going to use this to prep my eyes. This is a product I bought back in the summer, and I haven't really reached for it because I used it under my eyes and it creased like mad, but I'm gonna try and use it again today because sometimes, you know, products can change. Alright, so the palette that I'm going to go into is the NYX Perfect Filter palette in the, it's called All of You. That's cute. And I'm going to go into this shade here with just, this is a JH30 brush from Morphe. And this is just a fluffy brush. I'm just setting my base with that shade. Alright, so I'm going to use that same brush. I'm going to go into this matte green color right here. And no, actually, you know what? I'm going to use the same brush. I'm going to go into this matte brown shade right here. And I'm just tapping that on my brush, and I'm going to apply that into the crease. It's blending out pretty well. Using the same brush, I'm going to go into that green shade, and I'm just kind of placing it on my outer corners, and then I'm going to blend up. So I want most of the pigment right on the outer corner of my lid. Then I'm going to blend it in. Kind of a little patchy right here. I'm not sure if it's picking up on camera, but one thing I do when that happens is I take a kind of a stiffer blending brush. This is a Real Techniques Deluxe Concealer brush, and I just kind of go along that area where I'm getting like texture, and it kind of helps to blend the shadow in a little bit better. So I find sometimes, like, depending on the concealer or whatever you use to set your base, like some things just add more texture. And it's not like a quality of the eyeshadow thing that adds the texture either. It's just all depends on, you know, the day your eyelids are having and stuff, because like I've had really high-end shadows do the same thing to me. I'm just going to go back into that brown shade again, just to add a little bit more to the crease. I'm going to take a Wet n Wild crease brush. I'm going to go back into that dark green shade, and I'm just getting a little bit on the tip of my brush. Just adding a dark little layer in the outer corner of my lid. Blending it up a tiny bit. Now I'm going to take a flat shader brush. This is a MAC 242, and I'm going to go into the shade, I think I'm going to go into this kind of reddish burgundy type shade here. I'm going to place that on my lid like the rest of the area that I didn't put the green. I'm really patting that down. It's a little bit hard to blend out. It's kind of a more stiff eyeshadow. And then with my finger, I'm going to go in with this shade here. And I'm just placing that on top of where I put that reddish colored shade. And this is kind of like coming off as a pressed glitter. It doesn't look like that in the pan, but when you use it, definitely comes off as more of a glitter topper. I'm just keeping patting that on. This is a Morphe E36 brush. It's a small pencil brush. I'm taking more of that shade on that brush and just seeing how it applies, kind of evening it out. And I'm just going to go back in with that Wet n Wild crease brush that had that green on there. Just kind of blending out this line on the outer corner of my lid. I think I'm going to finish that there for now, and I'm going to go into the rest of my face. Alright, so the foundation that I'm going to go in with is the Revlon Colorstay Full Cover Foundation. It looks like this. The shade that I have is Buff, and this is supposed to be a matte full coverage foundation. It says up to 24 hours of wear, no cracking or fading, lightweight, blends seamlessly. I purchased this back in the summer, so it might be a little bit too dark for me right now, but I only wore it a couple of times, and it's been a little bit since I've worn it, so I wanted to pick it out again and try it out. And I'm just putting that on with a beauty sponge, and as you can see, it's very moussey, very thick foundation. And I'm just gonna put that on my face. Actually, the color looks pretty good. As you can see when you put it on, like, it's very, very thick. So on first application, it's looking like a medium coverage. It did kind of semi-cover this acne spot that I had here, but like it's not covering my freckles. So I wouldn't say it's full coverage, and you can kind of still see some redness that I have on my skin, like especially in the cheek area. And I'm trying to build it up, but it's not really doing a great job of building up. So I think this is more of a one layer foundation. Yeah, so the more I kind of blend the foundation out, the more it kind of picks up, and kind of the worse that it's covering. So I think I'll stop there and just add some concealer. So yeah, I'm gonna try this L'Oreal concealer here again. There we go. Putting that under my eyes. This might be way too much. Putting some on my chin because that's an area that I have a hard time keeping product on. And we're gonna try and blend that out and see what happens. Like I said, the last time I used this concealer, it was very, very creasy under my eyes, so I never really picked it up again. But it's full coverage. Look at that. Holy wow. And it's light too. What shade is this? This is shade, does it even say? W12 Fair. And blend that out there. And under my eye on this side. But yeah, like I said, I bought this in the summer and I remember using it and thought like, wow, this really creases, so I never picked it up again. So I kind of forgot how full coverage this stuff was. Got an itch. Every time I do my makeup, I'm just blending it in the center areas of my face because I did put a little bit too much. I find it so funny how products change because a lot of the like products that I had last year that I used for like long layer, full day, full coverage foundations, they're just not working for me this year. Like they're just sliding off my face, they're not lasting all day, and it's driving me insane. I'm trying to find a good balance between you know, products that I can wear full day. Yeah, so I'm actually pretty impressed at how that concealer blended out and looks right now. Like that is full coverage, which I don't remember it being full coverage. And it really doesn't look like it's creasing that bad either, which is surprising because like when I think of this concealer after using it, the only thing I think of is creasing because I remember it creased really, really bad. And right now it's actually looking pretty decent, so that's good. We'll see how it lasts throughout the day. Yeah, okay, so next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set my face, and I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Fit Me loose finishing powder in the shade Fair Light. And I'm just using this on the perimeters of my face because this is a little bit of a darker setting powder for me. So I'm going to do that, set my nose, but I'm not going directly under my eye with it. And forehead. And then I'm going to go in with the Fit Me loose setting powder in the shade Fair. So this is just one shade lighter than the powder that I used on my face. And I'm just gonna lightly dust some of that under my eyes. All right, so I think I'm gonna finish my eyes first. I'm gonna go in with, if I can find the brush I'm looking for, this is a Morphe M506. It's a really small, kind of tapered brush. And I'm gonna use this brown shade first. And I'm just gonna smudge that, or smoke that, I guess, on my lower lash line. And then I'm gonna go into the green, the matte green. And I'm just gonna wipe this brush off on the back of my hand. And I'm gonna go into that glitter shade, the green one that we put on the lid, and I'm just gonna pop that on the inner corner and bring it down on the lower lash line, just in the inner part. Alright, so now I'm going to bronze the face, and I'm going to use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Bronze. Yeah, it's in the shade Bronzer. And I'm going to go in with this Eco Tools brush. It's a big fluffy, like dense kind of kabuki brush. And I've had this brush for a long time, and I used to use it back in high school. And I would always put my bronzer on with this, and I haven't used it in years and years, and then I just picked it out of my brush drawer there probably about a month ago, and I've been just loving how it diffuses bronzer on your face. Like, it just blends so easily. It looks very, very seamless. A little bit on the sides of the nose. Bronze down the neck just a little bit. There. And for blush, I'm actually using a Physicians Formula blush as well. This is the Butter Blush in the shade Plum Rose. This is a nice cool toned pink blush. And that on my cheeks. This is a BH Cosmetics brush. Doesn't have a number or anything. I got it in a set of like every one of the brushes was a different color. It's my favorite blush brush. And for highlight, I'm using, this is my favorite drugstore highlight of all time. It even beats out some of my high-end highlights. It's so good. This is the Blossom Glow from Wet n Wild. It's kind of a pink tinged iridescent highlighter. I love this. It is so pretty. I'm putting this on with the Morphe M510 brush. And do you see that? Isn't that just gorgeous? Oh my god. It really, really just lights up the whole cheek. I love it. Love it. Look at that. Look at that highlight. This one is like so underrated. People always talk about the other one, which is the, let me dig it out here. People always talk about this one, which is the Precious Petals. I think this one beats that by miles and miles. Ah, so pretty. Oh my god. So I forgot to do my mascara, so I'm going to go in with the Essence Lash Princess. The one I like is in the teal kind of packaging. There is a Lash Princess with a purple packaging, but this one here has kind of like a curved end to it. And I don't like it as much, and I'm not sure if the formula is the same or not, but for whatever reason, I just find that the one with the straight wand works a lot better for me. So I'm just going to put a little coat of that on there. Just finished off my lipstick with the shade Full Blown Fawn from L'Oreal. This is one of their Color Riche lipsticks. I'm going to finish up my brows with the L'Oreal Total Temptations Brow Definer. The shade that I have is Soft Brown. I'm just going to do my brows real quick. Been growing out my brows, and I almost, and I say this almost, don't have to fill them in anymore. It's just my brows are really sparse right at the front here, and I can't find like the perfect matching shade to my brows, so I really still have to fill like the whole thing in, but There. So now that that's done, I am going to just finish it off with some setting spray. I'm going to use the Glow Mist from Pixi. Be fair warned, this stuff, if you go too crazy with it, your face will look very, 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 very dewy. Yeah, that is the final look. I'm going to zoom you out and we're going to talk about some of these products. Alright, so overall, I like how this look turned out. Foundation wise, I actually think now that everything is on, it looks really, really pretty. Like, you can still, like I said, see a couple of my acne spots and freckles, but it just looks really natural and I like that. Yeah, I'm impressed. As far as these setting powders go, I had both of these. I love these setting powders. If you're looking for a cheap drugstore setting powder, these two, well, it's the same product, just different shades. This one is really, really good. I've gone through two of the fair. This is my first one I've ever had of the fair light shade, but I've gone through two of these so far. On a day-to-day basis, normally I use them just to set my under eye. So yeah, these are really good. The next palette, I'm pretty actually impressed with this. I have used this before, but I've never used this kind of glittery shade here. So I do like how that kind of turned out because I've been really loving pressed types of glitter on my eyelids. So yeah, I like that. The highlighter, yeah, that I've talked about many times. It is my favorite drugstore highlight. Like, look at that, beautiful. And what else? Yeah, the concealer, where'd that go? Right there. This concealer from L'Oreal, I'm gonna have to try it again. Like, hopefully, like, I'll see how it wears throughout the day. But like I said in the video, like, the first time that I wore this, I hated it. It creased so bad, and then I never picked it up again. But today, it just looks so smooth under my eyes, and the coverage was really, really good. So maybe it was just something I had paired it with that made it crease like that. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be trying this again. And yeah, and the lipstick, I mean, I've talked about that before in my favorites video. I just love how it wears. I love the shades. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. It's probably super long. Right now I'm looking at like 40 minutes in my camera, so we'll see how much I can edit it down. But yeah, that's the video today of all drugstore products, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.